Well, hi there, everybody. So here we are again at Remax Oasis Dream Homes with another episode of Tuesday Talks. You know you look forward to these Tuesday Talks. Why? Because we bring lots of great information to you, and we have a lot of interesting people that come out here to talk to you. Today, we have none other than Kurt Rosenwald from Guild Mortgage. Welcome, Kurt. We love having you here today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I look forward to this, and it's going to be a great time.
It is, because I know we're talking about mortgages, right? And that's like the hot topic these days, especially when we're talking about interest rates and whatnot. We're seeing that all over the news. But before we get into that, Kurt, I want to ask you the previous question, the question that came from the person we interviewed before.
Okay.
And that question is, what is something unique about you that people do not know?
Something unique about me that people do not know, or at least most people don't know, is that I actually have my captain's license. And I spend as much time on the water as possible, but years ago I used to drive a ferry up in Lake Erie.
No
Not
way.
a lot of people know that.
Okay.
So yeah, that was before I found my calling in mortgages.
Oh wow! So you sailed a boat? So just in Lake Erie or
Just in Lake Erie, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. You know, I'm from the Caribbean, so we know a lot about boats.
Then I'll have to take out a boat ride. I'll have to take
I
out a boat
would
ride.
love that. We love being out on the open waters, I should say. But yeah, that's interesting. That's one unique thing with a question like that. You never know what answer you're gonna get. So, Kurt, let's get into the mortgage side of it. So, first question we have: home buyers have been, they're seeing rising rates. Rates have been going up in the last few months. What do you think we can expect over the next year with interest rates? We were hearing about it on the news.
Sure. Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to see a rise in interest rates.
Okay.
Experts are predicting at least maybe 4 or 5 rate hikes by the Fed this year alone. We have today is the second day of a 2-day meeting where the Fed will come out this afternoon, and I think we'll probably actually see a raise at least at a minimum of a quarter.
Okay.
Maybe a 0.5%. Right now, we've got to battle that inflation. They've got to raise interest rates to kind of keep up with that.
Yeah.
So I see them rising throughout the year, but still, I don't see them going much more than a full point, maybe a point and a quarter throughout the year.
Right.
And hindsight, when our parents bought homes, in the 12s, 13, 14%, we're still going to be sitting a lot better than that, in the 4s or maybe low 5s at that point.
Well, what are you seeing the rates at now around?
Well, we've had a rough month, I'm not going to lie. It's probably gone up about 3/4 of a point in the last maybe 6 weeks.
Okay.
So you're seeing anywhere between, on a 30-year fixed, you're seeing 3.5 to 3.75, just kind of back.
But you're right. When you look at the perspective, it's like, okay, we're looking at 3%, 4%, 5%. I mean, if we hit even 5%, that's much better than even 10 years ago.
We've been spoiled for a long time,
Yeah.
Meru, with
Yeah.
these rates. So
That's what's happening. So, I tell people, don't get too scared with it.
right,
Don't panic and don't watch too much of the news. to see
exactly,
that,
exactly. Just go to work.
So, looking at the mortgages, we hear that the word go around so much. We have tons of buyers out there on the market. We have a lot of first-time home buyers. Kurt, what do you think is a better loan for buyers, an FHA or conventional?
I don't think there's an answer to that.
Okay.
I think it's more suited to who the buyer is and what the buyer's needs are. For instance, a lot of people say, oh, they're getting an FHA loan, they may not be as good of a buyer. I don't think that's the case at all. We try and fit them into a program that's going to be best for them.
Okay.
One of the big issues with a FHA loan as opposed to a conventional, if you're not putting a lot of money down, you're going to have PMI with either of them, or private mortgage insurance. With an FHA loan, private mortgage insurance is going to stay with those people for the life of their loan. Well, they may only be living there for 5 or 7 years. That may be a starter home. So they may have a little bit lower of a credit score where FHA is a little bit more lenient for them. And their payment might be a little bit less. And so if they have PMI for the life of their loan, and they're only going to be there 5 or 7 years, maybe FHA is the way to go. But if I can mold it to their situation and look at a conventional loan, they say, hey, I'm going to be here for 30 years, this is where I'm going to raise my kids, and this is my forever home, then I may look at a different option. But I really try to put them in whatever program best suits them.
Okay. I know a lot of buyers talk about, and this is kind of going off topic with the question, but I know a lot of buyers talk about the the down payment and the differences between the FHA and the conventional,
Right.
whereas the down payments. Do you see that as a big factor, or are there programs that help with the conventional down payments from the buyers?
Yeah, you really, to be honest with you, if you're a first-time home buyer, you can do 3% on conventional. FHA is 3.5% down, so
Wow.
you can actually do less on conventional. And then we have several grant programs, one through that we sponsor, and then another one through OFA, which can give you the down payment assistance. So literally, you can get into a new home with $0 down.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really great. So it really doesn't make a big difference.
No.
Okay, that's good to know. That's certainly interesting to know. So our next question is, why should agents and borrowers choose Guild Mortgage? I mean, you just hit on some of it there in terms of the OFA and stuff. But why should they choose Guild Mortgage over any other lender?
Well, anymore, Meru, every lender that's still in the business is probably doing a good job. You know, it has every program out there, and you know, has impressed an agent at one point or another. I have been with Guild Mortgage for a short time, but we were purchased. Many people may know I was with a company called RMS Mortgage for 8 years, and we were purchased by Guild Mortgage, and we kind of made the transition for about the last 6 months. But my team is stuck together. We've been together for about 20 years, so we know what we're doing. I have the same underwriters, the same processors, the same closers, and we're a pretty well-oiled machine. So as far as an agent, why they should choose us is because we will go above and beyond to hit our closing date and take care of your client. As far as clients go, we are a seller servicer. So basically, we are going to service 99% of the loans that we close. So if we close a loan for your buyer, they're going to be with us. They're going to send their payments to us, and if they ever have a question about like why their tax rate went up, or who do they mail their payment to, or how do I get online, they can call me, and I can direct them exactly where they need to go. And then, as also for the agents, you're going to be able to. We are going to co-market to them as long as they're a client of ours and a customer of Guild Mortgage.
Yeah.
Any marketing material is going to be co-branded with myself and you. That goes out to them if they're looking to refinance, if they're looking to upgrade to a bigger home. You're always going to be top of mind with past clients.
Okay, that's interesting. That's very good to know. So there you have it. That's the reasons why they use Guild Mortgage. All right. So, Kurt, as we usually do, you have a question that you want to ask the next person. What is that question you have for our next person being interviewed?
My question for your next guest: if you could choose any career that is not in the real estate field, what would you do?
Well, that's a good one. That'll send a lot of us with our minds back is what we used to do and why we are where we are right now. So there's the question. What would you pick? What industry would you pick other than real estate if you weren't in real estate? So there you have it, guys. Guild Mortgage, Kurt Rosenwald. If you want to talk to him, please feel free to reach out. Their contact information is on the screen. Reach out to them, and it doesn't even have to be just applying for a mortgage. It's all about if you have mortgage questions, reach out. All right? So there you have it. Thank you, Kurt. We love having you. You had great information here for us, and you guys reach out to them whenever you have to. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Meru.
Bye for now.